I'm Tyler Dunn, and I'm here to talk about the Capturing Kids' Hearts benefits. One, I think it is important, very important, to make sure you build a connection with your teacher and also for the teacher to build a connection with their students because there might be some days when the teacher's having a bad day or the student's having a bad day, either or. And it can make it a lot easier if both have that connection to where they can feel comfortable about like coming out and saying what's wrong, like that they're having a bad day or something. Also, I think it's very important for the teacher to let the students make the social contract because every student is different, whether just where they come from or where they're at mentally. So with the social contract, it gets the picture into your head of what each and every person wants and how they want to be treated and stuff like that. And about the launches, I feel like the launches are a very good thing because it lets people know that they're cared about. You know, normally just sit down, wait for the ending bell, and then you're out and you're going. But with the launch, it feels a lot more like enthusiastic, like, letting people know, like, it was good to see you today, and now I'm hoping I'll see you tomorrow type, you know. And then with the greetings, I personally, I personally like the greetings just for the fact that it's good to know everyone in the school. Not everyone, but as much people as you can. Like, just, your classmates, because you're going to be in class with them for a whole year and probably on for the next couple of years throughout high school. So why not get to know them early? So then, you know, when you need someone or if they need you, both there for each other. And overall, I just think that the benefits that come from the CKH community and what all is being brought down and taught to us is an amazing thing. For teachers to care about students, likewise, students caring about teachers, it make the school a much better place.
Um, I think it's important for the students to make connections with the teachers so that the students have more of a, I guess, quote unquote, reason to want to be involved in the class and feel like they can be involved themselves. Um, I feel like it's important for the teachers to make connections with the students because sometimes the students feel disconnected from the classroom and the students outside entirely. And I feel like that if the teacher includes them in anything, honestly, like just makes a connection with them, that the student will feel more welcomed, I suppose you could say. Um, I think it's important for the teacher to allow the students to make the social contract because the students themselves are making their own rules, but they also know that since it's their rules that they need to abide by them because they made up the rules themselves. As a student, the greeting at the door, it's like a welcome into the classroom. Like, welcome in, you got this, I'm proud of you. Like, it's a warm welcome. I enjoy it. It's enlightening. That's probably not the right word, but it's enlightening. And whenever I'm not greeted in the class, it's just like, it feels like the day's gonna be a drag. Like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to be here. But whenever I'm greeted, I'm like, okay, I'm down. I'm down to do whatever's coming up next. I feel good. Um, I know Miss Sanchez. Well, of course, Miss Sanchez. She likes to like joke around with us, but like us. She also makes sure that we know that it's a classroom environment and that this is not just a random place. But it makes me feel more welcome than it would in another class. Not to name names. Um, I like that whenever Miss Sanchez like gives like a launch or something, she'll say like be a good friend your to everyone, including yourself. And I like every time she says it, it just gets me thinking, and I'm like, what's considered being a good friend? And so like you have to like try and like involve it in your everyday life, and to try and figure out yourself what it means, and it's pretty intriguing. Mm, when they don't launch me, it's just I guess you could say it's normal, but it's not as Like I'm not gonna go to my next class being all like hyper like I am right now, so it's not as fun. Mm, I like good things because I feel like the good things like bring joy into your day. Like it's not just a boring day. It's actually there's actually something to be happy about. And right now, especially in this pandemic, if not that many things to be happy about, to be frank. And just the good things make it brighter. Mm, I know that I'm safe in a classroom whenever a teacher will look me in the eye and like say, "How was your day?" And I'm like, "You know what? It was really good." And like whenever they look me in the eye, it's just I feel like they're actually paying attention. Like that's probably just me personally because I'm pretty sure most people are creeped out by eye contact, but like it just makes my day a lot better. I feel like a lot of the Capturing Kids Hearts benefits are actually very good benefits that should be incorporated to every day at school.
I feel like it's really important to make a really good connection between the teachers and students because it allows the students to, open up more, ask more questions, be comfortable. Like if they don't understand the subject, they're most likely to raise their hand to a teacher that they actually know and feel open to than to a teacher that makes no attempt in connecting to their students. When teachers don't make the effort to connect to the students, it feels like, like why even try? Because like if you're gonna have a question about a subject but the teacher hasn't made any attempts to talk to you, like open up to you, then it just makes you feel like makes you really, I wouldn't say not really care, but if you don't understand the subject you're least likely to raise your hand. I actually like social contracts, and I don't know why, but like in the eighth grade and at all the other schools I've been to, they don't have a thing called like a social contract. I think like I really like it because not only do the students have to sign it and agree with the terms, the teacher also has to. So I like how it goes both ways in terms of that.
Howdy, if you need to know my name is Eliza Fernandez, and this is the third try, and it's bothering me because I keep messing up. So the first question is going to be tied into the second question. So when we connect with teachers and the teachers try to connect with us, it's because we feel like maybe we can tell them something that's really personal and they'll understand us more because each student has a different life and sometimes it just is not it does not feel nice when a teacher keeps questioning if you're trying or actually trying. So we try to make teachers understand, and teachers try to make us understand that they do have a life outside of school. Crazy. And that we should understand, like, hey, if something happens, we know that the teacher's life is okay or that the student's life is okay because we always got to care about each other. And when teachers don't make efforts, it feels like we're not noticed and it makes us feel a little bit down. But we know that other teachers can fill in that hole by asking us if we are okay. Why do you think it's important for teachers? I think it's important for teachers to allow students to create the social contract because it's their words. So when kids are like, I didn't write that or I didn't say that out loud, teachers will be like, well, y'all all said it as a class, so you gotta follow it. Because we don't want to be whole goofballs in the classroom and end up like getting hurt or something. We gotta remind people like, hey, you did this, but you gotta remember social contracts said to be nice, to not horseplay, to not beat up each other. um, when we greet or when the student ambassadors or the even teachers greet, it feels like we are noticed in that when they notice that we're feeling down, it's like, hey, I'm feeling a little bit down, but it's okay because you noticed me as a person and I'm grateful for that. Um so the teachers that don't greet, it makes me feel a little bit unnoticed because it's like, hey, maybe they're doing something, maybe they have like something really important to do. I don't want to bother them. Another question is, when teachers try to make the classroom feel like a safe place, like putting down couches or making sure that kids are known that they are cared about, it feels like really nice. And when we try to ask questions, we all have like, the teachers know this, but we always have that confused look on our face that most teachers know, not all. So they'll rephrase it in a different way to where we can understand it a little bit better. And then another question is, when launches are given to us by our teachers, it's like, wow, they actually said that? That's so inspirational. And it's like, it's crazy what some people say. Like a launch that Miss Sanchez says is, be a good friend to everyone and to yourself, or something like that, which is pretty nice. I like that. 10 out of 10. And when teachers don't give us a launch, I feel like it's because they're on like a short time and they're not able to give out launches, because I know that sometimes teachers will constantly have to be on the go, 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 and not be able to like sit back and say, okay, here's our launch for today. Um, Good things are important because we get to be like, hey, that's actually pretty cool. I like that, what you did that week, or I liked how your weekend went well. Because when we care about people, or we're starting to like know people more, it's like, okay, I can see into your life a little bit more. Because sometimes people think that most good things that other kids say out loud is like laughable, but it's not. When I know that a teacher cares about me, we'll get to laugh a little bit of talking, um, and just basically that. If I can laugh with a teacher and like talk to her calmly, uh, we both care about each other.